You're welcome. I'm a.k.a, and today is our restorative rest class. So basically, all you need for yourself to get started is some comfortable clothes you can breathe in, or at least some pants that you can unbutton, because we're going to get nice and relaxed. If you have a handy, I would suggest a blanket. You don't even really need a yoga mat for this practice. I would suggest rolling up the blanket. If you would take it the long way, I'll let you grab a blanket, but grab a blanket for yourself. And once you get it, you're going to just roll it up the long way so that you have a nice tube, or even a towel works. And then what you'll do with this is place it underneath your sit bones. Let me move my setup back here a little bit so that we can get started. And what this does by creating a situation where you have a little extra room in your seat is you're creating some more space for the sit bones in the pelvis to relax. So, and what that does is create more room for the breath. Another thing you might like to have for this practice, seeing that we are in our homes have become these multi-use, multi-dimensional spaces, I would suggest even just grabbing yourself a candle and lighting it with intention, just as a way for you to signify, or even light some incense if that's something that you like to do in your home. Just something that signifies a change in space, that we are now creating a sacred space in which we are calling in our own individual healing. Individual and collective healing, how about that? So starting that with the intention for individual and collective healing, and taking a nice deep breath and arriving in your seat. So however it is that you're sitting, you might even start in this practice today sitting in a chair, if you're just still kind of finishing up your work situation for the day. But we want to call in our awareness by arriving at the breath. So calling in the conscious breath is a signal for the mind, the body, and the soul to slow it down. It has been a full day. So I invite you to take your comfortable seated position, if that is with one leg in front of the other in cross-legged position, or if you were just sitting in warrior pose and just sitting on your legs up like this and then sitting back, whatever's comfortable for you, taking and arriving on your throne. So I invite you to just take a moment with your eyes closed. So just close your eyes and arrive into yourself. And I invite you to take a nice deep inhale in through the nose and an exhale out with an audible sigh, just releasing some of the day. And then one more inhale in through the nose. You might even find your shoulders shrugging up towards your ears, and on the exhale, nice audible breath, rotating the shoulders up and down and back, creating some more breathing space in the front of the body. And one more time, inhaling the shoulders in and up, and rotating them down and back with an audible sigh. Just coming into this awareness of your seat on the ground, your knees supporting you, your hips nice and open. You might even place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart as a signal of biofeedback, creating some information through sensation. And you might even identify the beating of your own heart. So just arriving in this sacred space that you're creating for yourself, I invite you to just notice what you might be bringing with you from the day so far. Bringing with you from the week, the month, a lifetime. And just beginning to take conscious awareness of the breath, of the heart beating. Not trying to change anything, but just notice what you're bringing in with you today into this space that we're creating for our own healing. And if there's anything in particular that seems to be calling your attention, just even noticing for yourself the sounds in your environment, not trying to change any of that. Just notice even mentally if something is calling for your attention. If it's a child, you can tell them you need a little time, and maybe they might even want to join you too. If it's a thought, you can tell it that you are taking a little break right now and you will get back to that thought. Your mind will still be here later to get back to it. But for right now, just signaling with our conscious inhale and exhale, inhaling in through the nose, filling up the belly. You might even notice the expansion of the breath in the belly. And then into the middle lungs, into the upper lungs, into underneath the hand of the heart. And then on the exhale, feeling that breath coming back, the hand coming back towards the heart, towards the spine, the ribs knitting together, and the belly coming back towards the spine. We're going to take 2 more 3-count breaths like this, or diaphragmatic breathing. So inhaling deep into the belly first, opening up the middle lungs, the back, opening up the upper lungs, and then exhaling back, the hand towards the heart, the ribs knitting together, and the belly coming back towards the spine. And then one more time, breathing in the deepest breath of your day, really extending, letting it all hang out, breathing into that hand in the belly, into the middle ribs, into underneath the armpits, the breath coming all the way up to the chin. And then on the exhale, you might even just exhale a nice audible sigh out through the mouth. Or even imagine you're blowing the birthday candle out. And with the eyes closed, just setting an intention for yourself, for your practice today. What we might say is carving out the space with the breath. We are just setting an intention for ourselves today. A simple I am phrase. I am, maybe it's something as simple as I am relaxing, or whatever is the first thing that comes into your mind. That will be the intention in which you come back to if you notice the monkey mind begins to wander. And we call it the monkey mind because when the mind is busy and telling us all of these, giving us sometimes helpful information, a lot of times it's just a busy little overactive creature that begins to signal to the body that it is in distress when actually the body is not in distress. So we are using this practice today to bring us into a state of rest and restoration, and allowing this calm to be something that washes over our mind, body, and spirit. So setting that intention for yourself, just one more deep inhale in through the nose, expanding into the belly and then out the mouth. And slowly opening up the eyes when you're ready. We'll take some deep body breaths, inhaling the arms above the head, inhaling the arms up. Oops. And exhaling the hands to the heart. Something calling for the intention, just letting it go. Inhaling the arms up, reaching, gathering. You might even look up towards your hands. And exhaling through the center line of the body. Inhaling, really reaching through the fingertips and seeing what can you gather in bringing this Heaven energy up to the sky, earth energy up to the sky, and then grounding it through the central line of the body. And one more time, inhaling the arms up, gathering this energy, extending, reaching up with some gratitude, and exhaling into the center of the heart. We'll begin today's class with just some simple breath and movement coordinated exercises. So you might press the left hand into the side of the floor, the side of the body, the floor next to the body, and then inhaling the right hand up into the air. You might even bend the right elbow and just begin to get a nice side bend, a little micro bend, opening up the right side of the ribs, feeling the connection of the right sit bone in the ground. Breathing into the space that's created in the intercostal muscles, underneath the muscles between the sides of the ribs, underneath the armpit, and you might even look down, extending the breath out on an exhale as you look down at the left hand. Maybe even feeling the stretch coming from the seat, the bottom of the right hip bone, all the way up through the right ribs, and even through the chin, and through the right side of the jaw. And on the inhale, inhaling back up to center, and exhaling, bringing the right hand down firmly, pressing that into the ground, into the side next to you. Inhaling the left hand up into the air, up alongside the ear. And then on the exhale, bending the right elbow, feeling the connection of the left hip bone into the ground, inhaling up through the side of the left ribs, really extending through the fingertips, keeping active fingertips, reaching over, seeing how much space you can create in the left side of the body. Breathing into the side of the left rib cage as you're compressing the right rib cage. Inhaling into the left elbow, into the left armpit, and then even looking down towards your right hand. How much space can you create? And then exhaling the hand back down, the left hand back down to the right side. And we'll inhale both hands up above the head again. Inhaling up, gathering, and exhaling down through the central line of the body. Inhaling in and carving out space with the breath. Through stabilization in the back side of the body, we create rising through the front side of the body. So just using that as a visualization. So inhaling, rooting to rise, inhaling up. Rooting through the back side of the body and exhaling down to the center of the heart. And one more time, inhaling both hands up. Coordinating the breath and the movement, bringing the healing into the body through the prana or the life force. And then again, we're going to press the left hand into the side of the body. This time we're going to reach the right hand up and we're going to follow the side of the jawline and behind the ear. And then begin to move the left ear towards the left shoulder, bending the left elbow, and then reaching over for the side stretch here on the left side. If it's comfortable for you, breathing into the right side of the ribs. If you're experiencing any neck problems, you can bring the left ear down to look at the left hand. And expanding into that breath like we did in the beginning, into the belly, inhaling, allowing the belly to be filled with the breath, and allowing the belly to deflate like a balloon. And then on the exhale, allowing the arm to slide back down the side of the ear, pressing into the left hand to push you up, allowing the right hand to slide down and press into the earth, and then inhaling again up through the center of the body, inhaling the left hand up, tracing the side of the chin, behind the ear, behind the head, And then exhaling and getting that side stretch, bending the right elbow, looking down towards the right hand if that's comfortable for you. And again, inviting that space to be carved out, breathing into the belly, extending the diaphragm as it comes down. It's that breathing muscle. And allowing the belly to fill up with air, creating more space as the diaphragm creates more stretch in the abdomen, more breath, and more space. And then carving that left arm down behind the ear and down to the center line of the body and on to the floor. And we'll begin with the arms up in the air right now. And this is a simple exercise that I love a lot that is great for just kind of releasing the day. Or this would even be what I would call my desk job series. So just letting go of some of that stress that kind of builds up through the day. So placing the hands onto the shoulders. We're going to rotate the shoulders in and up, the elbows together if possible, and exhale the arms back. Carving circles with the elbows. So inhaling the elbows up and together. And on the exhale, opening up with a nice deep sigh out. Inhaling the elbows together, breathing into the back body, and exhaling, opening the arms out to the side. You might even imagine, as you're coordinating the breath and the movement, that you have circles or pens on your elbows that are drawing circles on paper on the side of your body. So inhaling the elbows up and together, and extending your wings out to the side. And one more time, inhaling up and together, and exhaling, carving the scapula back together as they come down. And then we'll switch direction, the elbows out to the side, and really see, you might even close your eyes here and just begin to sense from the inside out, exhaling the elbows apart and open. Notice if there's any constriction or little parts where you get crunches. You might move a little bit more slowly through there. Exhaling the arms wide apart. So just creating more space in the body for breathing. So often through the day, through the different positions that we take on the computer or texting, answering things for work, or just, social mediaing, a lot of times we're closing. We're in this crunched forward position. So we really want to practice extending through the chest, extending through the body. So one more time, opening up and opening up the front body. And one more time, all the way around and exhaling. You might notice that as you play, finding what's comfortable for your inhale and exhale. So you might find, I enjoy opening, inhaling. As you notice, the chest is more open. You can fit more breath in here. And on the exhale, it's natural to compress the lungs together and let the stale air out. Beautiful. And one more time on your inhale and exhale, and then releasing that down. Placing the palms face up onto the elbow or onto the knees. The elbows, inside of the elbows facing up towards the ceiling, and then gently close your eyes. We're just going to come and take stock in the body again. Just noticing, how are the sit bones? How are the hips feeling? How are you feeling in comparison to when you first started the class? Not as a means of judging, but as a means of just taking in awareness and information. That we are noticing the state. We can change our mind-body state, and we can, as we bring new information and new somatic movement states into the body, we can become more aware of the gentle and beautiful relationship we have between our breath and our movement, and how our breath is ultimately, and movement is ultimately our freedom, which we so much know as African people, that ability to move, to breathe, to dance, and the relief that comes out of that. So anyways, inhaling the arms up through the central channel, exhaling the hands back together. One more time, inhaling up, gathering and exhaling the hands together, and just noticing if you're beginning to feel more spaciousness in the breath. Can you take a deeper breath by even inhaling, letting the nostrils flare as the breath, more energy comes into the body. And here, placing both elbows out to the side, the hand on the side of the shoulder blades, we're going to take a gentle, what I like to call a stirring of the paw, or stirring the top, and we're going to exhale towards the left and inhale towards the right. Exhale left, inhale right. And this might just be enough for you to begin with. Exhale right, inhale left, exhale right. You can switch it up. You might even find that inhaling to one side feels better than the other. So inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. If this feels too constricted to you, you might even begin to just move the arms through. So inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, reach out. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale. You might even just push the hands out like you're pushing something out of your way. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do this exercise for about 30 seconds here. I'm going to set a timer for us, and if you're going, just continue to keep going here. Thirty more seconds. You're doing great. Notice how you're creating more space, and if this is a little too fast for you, you might slow down. Or you might even find that you want to speed up just a little bit here. 5 more seconds. And then release. Let the arms come down, close the eyes. And if it's comfortable for you, if you're familiar with your root, or the Mula Bandha at the base of your spine, you might just want to pull up on your Kegel muscles on the bottom of your spine. Draw that energy up into the body and just notice any different sensation in your body. For example, you might feel some tingling, or a little bit warmer, or a little bit calmer, or who knows. Whatever's coming up for you is okay. And just noticing and bringing that awareness into the breath and the body. And then slowly, gently opening up the eyes, letting that go. And we'll do this exercise one more time, but this time we're going to do it with fists. So it's almost like a Tai Chi or Qigong martial arts exercise. So bringing the hands up, and then on the inhale, so inhale, reaching and grabbing to the right, and you might pull that back, and then exhale, punch out. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left with the punches. And we're going to do this for 1 minute. Beautiful. What you're doing here is you're creating compression on both sides of the lungs as you're bringing more energy into the body and releasing stagnant energy and oxygenating the bloodstream at the same time. Notice you could do it with grabs if it feels better. If there's something you're calling into your life, you might just reach out, grab it, and pull it back in towards yourself. This is a great exercise if you have any type of asthma. This really helps bring more oxygen into the lungs. Or you might even notice that you have like a little bit of a gentle sigh as you're turning. if you are a little bit asthmatic, and that's okay. You're inviting more energy, more oxygenation into the bloodstream. Another 5 seconds here. And last time. And coming back to a close. Hands facing up towards the sky, closing the eyes, rotating the elbows up and down and back. And just letting yourself feel more energy in your body, the releasing of any stress from your day. Just feeling that connection with your aliveness as we continue to move into our practice here. So, coming onto all fours here, we're going to take some simple cat-cows to just warm up the spine here, and then just create a little, you can move your blanket out of the way, to just create a little bit more of connection between the top of the head and the bottom of the spine. So inhaling, letting the belly hang down, the head comes up towards the sky, and exhaling the chin down towards the chest, creating some more space in the back body. Inhaling the chin and the tailbone up towards the sky, really finding room for the breath in the belly, finding some relaxation in the belly. And then the head comes down towards the floor, the belly lifts up towards the sky, the tailbone tucks under as if you would have a tail. The tail would be coming between the legs. And then just breathing into the back of the neck here, breathing into the sides of the ribs. Taking 3 deep inhales and exhales here. Noticing the space that you're creating. You might even wag your tail back and forth here. Wag the head back and forth from shoulder to shoulder, right ear to left, left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Finding that relationship between the top of the head and the bottom of the tailbone. And then coming back to the neutral. And one more time, belly comes down towards the floor, hip bones open towards the sky. The chin and the chest open up towards the ceiling. And the eyes even roll back up towards the middle of the forehead, signaling relaxation to the brain. You might even shake your tailbone out back and forth here, shake your head from one side to the other here, just opening up the belly, allowing for this sensation of letting go in the pelvis. A lot of times we hold tension in our bellies, in our breath from things that we don't say when we want to keep the peace and maybe don't let go of the peace that we have, the peace we want to unleash on somebody in the form of words. So exhaling the chin, the head down towards the belly, the chin towards the chest, and the tailbone comes down between the legs, breathing into the back of the body, into this cat pose. Finding the breath, breathing into the back of the lungs here, breathing into the side of the lungs that we had opened up before here on our side bends. And you might even want to take a side bend here, looking over the right shoulder towards the right tail. And you create a C shape on the right side of the body. I get so relaxed sometimes I can't talk. And then on the exhale, looking over the left shoulder and looking back towards the left tailbone, breathing nice and deep. You notice the belly is just released here. Breathing into the left side as it's compressed and opening up the right side of the lungs as they're open here. And then we'll just take some of these cat-cows a little bit faster here. So inhaling the chin and the chest up and exhaling down. We're going to come to this coordinated breath and movement, inhaling up and exhaling, tucking the chin and the chest under. Inhaling up and finding that relationship at your own rhythm as you're almost pumping the base of the spine. So inhaling up and exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling up into the cow with its udders down towards the ground. Nice visualization, I know. And exhaling back. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, finding that relationship between the top of the tailbone and the bottom of the spine. The top of the tailbone being the top of the head and the base of the spine. 5 more breaths here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to neutral. And then with the knees nice and wide apart, the feet coming together, and then allowing yourself to walk the front body forward and the hands coming all the way forward into a extended child's pose here. So that you're down on the ground. I'm realizing I could probably figure out a way so that you can see me better. But so basically, so that the arms are spread wide apart into like a Superman. The feet are coming together as so. And you're just releasing back into a child's pose. So breathing into the back of your body, breathing in to the back of your lungs, breathing into the back of your arms, and just finding a way for the body to be nice and relaxed as it moves into this resting pose. Letting the belly come down towards the floor. The forehead releases into the ground. This is a way to signal to the brain it's okay, it's safe to calm down, giving the forehead the biofeedback information in the form of concrete information and feedback, the physical sensation of the floor or the blanket underneath your head. Or maybe even if this is too much for you, you would place the hands and toes underneath the forehead. The hands interlock together to just have a little pillow for your head to rest on. Inhaling in your sankalpa or your intention for yourself that I am. Perhaps on the exhale, thinking I am relaxing. Perhaps even breathing in this relaxation. And if you've noticed that monkey mind has peered back up, to just let go of, just remind your mind you'll get back to that thought on the exhale. You'll be back to that thought later. But right now you're relaxing. And one more time, inhaling in, I am relaxing. And on the exhale, just letting go. Beautiful. And when you're feeling ready, walking the fingertips back towards the knees, you're going to inhale the right arm up and coming forward into this tabletop position again. The feet are together into this V shape in the back. The knees are spread wide apart. And this time we're going to inhale the right arm up into the air, and we are going to thread the needle, thread that all the way through, coming along the front side of the body, underneath the left arm, and walking it so the right hand along the floor until the right shoulder comes onto the ground, and the right ear is pressing into the ground on the exhale. So this might be enough for you with this right hand. You might even place the right back of the hand onto the floor. The right palm comes up towards the ceiling. If this feels good for you, you might extend the left arm. The fingertips might worm forward all the way till the left hand is straight, if that's good for you. If you want a little bit more, you might even hook the left arm up into the air and hook it behind the body so that it comes back and attaches on to the top of the right thigh. Wherever that's comfortable for you, so you get a nice opening up of perhaps the left side of the lung while getting a nice stretch through the right side of the neck. Breathing in this relaxation, letting it go on the exhale, anything that's in the way. And one more time, inhaling in. And on the exhale, pressing in, bringing the left arm back down to frame the left side of underneath the left shoulder. And then pressing into the left arm, uncurling that right arm back out. The right arm comes back up into the air, reaching up towards the sky. And then bringing the right palm down into the ground, pressing the right palm into the ground underneath the right shoulder. The left arm comes up into the air. The left eyes follow the left hand up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, squeezing that left arm back through across the front side of the chest, underneath the right arm, and then down onto the ground and sliding that left hand as far as it feels comfortable until the left ear begins to reach the floor. Whew. That feels so good today. And really finding what feels good in your body. If this is too much for you, you might even just stay right here pressing up. You might even grab that blanket or that pillow and place it underneath your head, or that blanket or the towel underneath your head there, so you don't have to reach so far into the ground. And then placing the left palm so that it's facing up towards the sky, the left back of the hand pressed into the ground. The right fingertips, like I said before, might walk forward to getting a nice side stretch through the right side of the ribs with this gentle compression on the left shoulder. You might lift the right hand up into the sky, breathing into the right side of the body. And if you wanted a little bit more, you might even reach the right hand behind you and search towards the left hip, or maybe even grab a hold of the left thigh if you're feeling very pretzelish today. And wherever you are, taking one more deep breath, inhale, breathing into this relaxation. And on the exhale, letting out an audible sigh on the side. Feeling the breath all the way into the belly. And on the next inhale, winding that right hand if it was wound, bringing it onto the ground underneath the right shoulder. And on the exhale, pressing into the right hand, unfurling the left hand, bringing it up towards the sky, and then walking the hands back towards the knees, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. Beautiful. And then coming back to sitting forward wherever is comfortable for you. We're going to move into a guided relaxation for the rest of the class, which is one of my favorite things to do because it's basically the yoga of sleep. So wherever you are, I just invite you to grab yourself a blanket. If it's comfortable for you, you will be using it. And actually, before we do that, I'm going to do one more breath exercise for us. It's just to prepare yourself. And this is a breath exercise called nidra, or alternate nostril breathing, balancing nostril breathing. And so what we're going to do is create an L shape with the hands. This is one of the most simple breathing practices that is basically opens up and balances the brain. It's basically one of the most complete practices within itself, and you might find the benefits of it on and off the mat, because you can practice it anytime that you need it. So let's try it out. So using your right hand, you're going to press your middle finger and your pointer finger together. You're going to hold it onto your third eye, onto the middle of your forehead here. And then using your thumb, your right thumb, and your ring finger as your bell. So kind of, you might want to practice just moving both of those fingers. Imagine you had like a little puppet. It's like, hi, how are you doing? Anyways, I was a puppeteer. but that will be for another time. So pressing into the forehead and then pressing into the right hand, the right nostril shut. You're going to exhale out the left side of the nostril and then inhaling in the left side of the nostril into the center of the forehead. And then closing the left nostril, you're going to exhale out the right nostril. Inhale back in the right nostril. Close the right nostril. And then exhale out the left nostril. And that's one round. So we're going to try that again. Inhaling in the left nostril. 2, 3, 4. Closing both nostrils. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling out the right nostril. 2, 3, 4. And then inhaling in the right nostril. Closing the right nostril with the thumb. Retaining the breath. 2, 3, 4. And then exhaling, opening the left side. Air comes out the left side. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling in the right side. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, holding the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling out the right side. 2, 3, 4. And inhaling in the right side. 2, 3, 4. Holding both nostrils. And exhale out the left side. I'd love for you to try this 3 more times at your own pace. And I'm just going to signal breathing in the left side. You might imagine that energy is it's retained, the breath swirling around the center of the forehead. And you might visualize the air coming out of the right nostril on the exhale. Inhaling in that fresh energy. In the right nostril, flaring the right nostril, closing both nostrils. Retaining the breath. Gathering that in the center of the forehead. And then exhaling out the left side. Visualizing this, inhaling in. Retain. Exhale right. Inhale right. Retain. Exhale left. One more round if you're not already there. Inhaling in the left side. Retaining the breath. Keeping with that silent count. Exhaling right. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling right. 2, 3, 4. Closing both nostrils. 2, 3, 4. And exhaling out the left side. Keeping the eyes closed, placing both palms so they're facing up towards the sky. And then just coming back to breathing into your belly, breathing into the center of your chest, breathing into your armpits, and just taking a notice of how you feel. And letting that go. Beautiful. So now for the practice of yogic sleep. So basically you're going to take yourself and lie yourself comfortably on the ground. I will demonstrate what it would look like. So the feet hip width distance apart, the palms of the hands face up towards the sky, the head. You can shake it back and forth. Rotate your shoulders up and down and back. Palms about an elbow's width away from the body, so that the back of the hands are pressing into the ground, the palms raising up towards the sky. If you have your blanket, you might want to cover yourself with the blanket and just stay, close your eyes there, and we will begin this practice. So, it is time for Yoga Nidra. You should be lying on your back with your knees slightly bent and supported. You might even make sure that you're warm enough and comfortable. It is best to remain still during this practice, so I invite you to allow your body and your brain to have a chance to fully relax. However, if you become uncomfortable, feel free to change the position. Now just allow your eyes to close and go ahead and let yourself stay in this relaxed position until the practice is cued to end. So this is a simple practice called Yoga Nidra, or the yoga of sleep. And I will guide you into a state of consciousness between wakefulness and sleeping. And so just try to remain awake by listening to the sound of my voice. And if at any time you find that you're uncomfortable, just try not to concentrate too intensely on the body, the sensations, emotions, or the images. Just remember that you have a body, but you are not the body. You have a mind, but you are not the mind. So during this meditation, just feel free to absorb what you need in the moment and just leave the rest behind. And if the mind becomes overactive, just allow it to come back to the sound of my voice. So, becoming aware of any sounds that you hear in this moment. Nothing else that you hear is going to call your attention, and just begin to focus perhaps on the most distant sounds that you can hear in your environment, acknowledging them. And then can you bring your attention closer to your body, closer to the sounds that are around you? Perhaps can you bring your attention back to the sound of your own breathing? And then bringing your awareness to the sounds without labeling the source of them. Just bringing your attention from outside of the space, closer to your body, closer to your breath, and bringing your awareness all the way into the center of your body. And without opening your eyes, just visualize the space that you're in. Visualize your body lying on the floor, the position of your body. Close your face, and just becoming acutely aware of the existence of your own physical being within this time and space. And then become aware of maybe even the sensation of light or color as the eyes are closed. Becoming aware of the sensation of warmth, the body, the surface it's lying on, still remaining still. Allowing yourself to become aware of perhaps even smells in the room, using all 5 of your senses. Maybe even the last thing that you ate, you might taste on your tongue. Using your awareness of all 5 senses to ground even deeper into your sense of awareness and being. And you might even bring your attention to your sixth sense and closer into this sense of relaxation by allowing the body to consciously relax. We're going to come back to the practice of Yoga Nidra as it begins now, this practice of sleepless and yogic sleep. And at this moment, you might make your intention or your resolve, your sankalpa from earlier. It's a short positive statement in a simple language. As you discovered it earlier, please state your intention. I am fill in the blank with the awareness, and state this to yourself 3 times silently. I am And please let this intention be a seed that you plant in the fertile soil of your mind to bring about transformation and healing as you relax here. Also say to yourself here, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am awake and I am relaxed. We'll now begin a systematic journey of sensory awareness through the body, where you will slowly rotate your attention to different body parts as you hear the name of them. So just please say the name of the body part to yourself and feel the body part without moving it. The practice begins on the right side. Right hand thumb, second thumb, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left hand thumb, second finger, third finger on the left side, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, left wrist, left forearm, elbow, arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, knee, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now go to the back of the body. Right heel, right calf, right thigh, right buttock, left buttock, lower back, middle back, right back, upper back, the entire spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, middle of the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, the pelvic floor, the whole left leg, the whole right leg, the whole left arm, the whole right arm, the whole face, the whole head, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Become aware of your natural breath. Become aware of your natural spontaneous breath that moves in and out of the body without any effort. The natural breath that flows in both nostrils. And notice the feeling of the breath as it comes out of both nostrils. There's a sense of coolness as the inhale of the breath comes in the body. Follow this feeling into your nose, into your sinuses, to the back of your throat, into your lungs. And then notice a sense of warmth as you exhale the breath and feel the warmth on the upper lip as you breathe out. So this is the natural breath as it inhales and exhales. Allowing the breath to inform the body that it's relaxed. Now just stop and focus your awareness on the warm, dark space in front of your closed eyes. You might just for a second follow this images or visualization as if it was a movie screen. Just silence your mind and picture a burning candle. An endless desert. Egyptian pyramids. Torrential rainfall. Noticing the images as only thoughts, and you are not your thoughts. Just allowing the images to show a snow-capped mountain, birds flying across the sunset, red clouds drifting across the horizon, stars at night, the brilliant full moon, a beloved friend showing compassion, waves breaking on the beach, rolling ocean waves, rolling on and on across the surface of the sea. An infinite and eternal ocean beneath a dark and cloudy sky. Rolling waves of the ocean. Soothing ocean waves rolling. The relaxing sound of the ocean as it follows the same space as your inhale and exhale. And just allowing your concentration to follow the sound of my voice. One more visual image of a beautiful garden path leading to your favorite place. Might even hear your favorite song playing. Bringing your attention back to the sound of my voice and your sensation back into your body lying on the floor. It's time to repeat your sankalpa or your intention. Please repeat the same statement that you made at the beginning of practice 3 times mentally now. I am, I am, I am. So coming back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Just maintain the awareness of your breath as you begin to slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. You might even take a more conscious inhalation in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Feeling your body relaxed, lying on the floor. Might begin to take little stretches as if you're waking up. Noticing the points of your body as they contact the floor. You don't have to open your eyes yet, but just visualize the surrounding room, where you are in the room. And take your time as you begin to continue to move, roll over to your right side. You might even lie in a squeezed up position. Give yourself a little hug here. Take your time, there's no hurry. But when you're ready, and you're feeling fully awake, you can gently push yourself up from your right side and coming back into your seated position. With your eyes closed, your sit bones placed underneath you, your palms, if you're feeling open from this practice, you might place your palms so that they are facing up towards the sky, or if there's something that you would like to contain or hold on to from this deep relaxation, you might place your palms so that they're facing down on your knees and have that feedback of your hands touching your own knees. When you're ready, slowly bringing your hands in front of your heart, so with your eyes closed. And just bowing to yourself, to your ancestors for creating you on this journey of your healing. Giving gratitude for all of the forces in your life that brought you to this moment. If you found any benefits from this practice today, placing some of that energy that you've gathered, perhaps you might even, if you feel like you have a little leftover, you might send some of that energy out to someone in your life who could use a little extra of this love and healing. And then when you're feeling ready, placing your palms in front of your third eye, in front of your forehead, pressing together, giving a bow for right thought, right? And placing the hands in front of the mouth for right heart-centered speech. And then placing the hands pressed one into another in front of the heart for right heart-centered action. And just giving Some gratitude to yourself for showing up, to the center for creating this space for healing, and for the community, and gently opening up your eyes, just giving thanks for this practice. And in the yogic tradition, we like to say namaste, or I am another you, or I honor the divine in you. So I honor you for showing up today and for being open to this practice, to your own inner wisdom. Namaste. Thank you. I'm Afia Yana, and I'll be doing classes on Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m., a bit of a more invigorating practice called Rise and Shine Yoga to energize the body, mind, and spirit. And then on Thursdays at 5 p.m., we will do more of a restorative rest practice like we experienced today. So we'll be going deeper into that. So thank you so much for your attention and focus for yourself and for your community.